have the privilege of introducing our mayor, Maureen Donker, to deliver our keynote address. Maureen Donker has served on the Midland County Council since 2007. She was elected mayor by her fellow council members in 2009 and has served continuously since then. Maureen currently serves on the Michigan Municipal League Workers' Compensation Board of Directors. Locally, she serves on the Board of Directors for the Arnold Center, Midland Center for the Arts Board of Directors, Midland Center of the Arts Matrix Midland Advisory Board, Midland County Health and Human Services Council, My Michigan Health Advisory Council, and the MyHIA Board of Directors. Maureen has received numerous awards for her contribution to the community. She was recognized as the Girl Scouts Woman of Distinction in 2004. She received the Midland Chamber of Commerce Athena Award in 2010, the League of Women Voters Making Democracy Work in 2010, a Lifetime Achievement Award from the YWCA Great Lakes Bay Region in 2017, and the Community Builder Award from the Michigan Municipal League in 2019. Maureen is employed as the Executive Director of the Reese Endeavor, a local nonprofit that provides housing for individuals with special needs. She also facilitates the Cabot Corporation Community Advisory Panel at their Midland location. Maureen is a proud, lifelong resident of Midland. She's a graduate of Northern Michigan University and the Great Lakes Bay Institute of Leaders. She's a proud wife, mother, and grandmother. Please help me welcome our mayor, Maureen Donker.
Okay, well, first, I just have to say I am battling a bit of a cold, but I'm prepared. I have my tissue. I have my water. I watched to make sure John Lynch didn't stick his fingers in it when he was up here talking. And I think I'm set to go. So I want to say thank you, Mike, for that very nice introduction. I really appreciated that, and you did a great job, even if you were ad-libbing it, so thank you for that. And thank you to all my friends at the MBA for the invitation to be here again this year, and my thanks to all of you for being here. I am pleased to be joined by my fellow council members. So our newest member on council, Tim Solar, Ward 1, Steve Arnosky, Ward 3, Diane Brown-Wilhelm, Ward 4, and Mayor Pro Tem Marty Wozbinski, Ward 5. You guys should stand up. Some of our city staff are also here. Our city manager, Brad Kay. Our city attorney, Jim Branson. Oh, I thought maybe you left, buddy. Jim Branson, our assistant city managers, Dave Keenan and Carol Stone. We had 3 new people joining our leadership team this past year. Rebecca Schaefer is our new Director of Human Resources. Jacob Kane is our Planning Director. And Lacey Todd, she's not new to the city, but she is our new City Clerk. And there are other people here from the city. Will you all please stand up, city employees? Yeah. These are amazing people doing amazing things. Thank you for your great work. We're going to be losing a lot of institutional knowledge this year from our group. Dave Keenan, our Director of Finance, he's been with us for 22 years. He's the guy who's made budgeting fun for us. I mean, he could sing that budget to us if he really wanted to. He'll be retiring in July. And Jim Branson, our city attorney, he started with us in 1992. We hired him full-time as our city attorney in 2000, and I actually think that was the year that picture was taken. Yep, he will be retiring in December. You know, we will miss both of these men, and I say with all sincerity that Midland is a better place because of them. For years, I have talked about the qualities that I find special about Midland. That has covered many topics: entrepreneurship, growth, quality of life, services, businesses, parks, well-being. And always for me, it comes back to the people. All these extraordinary characteristics of Midland are possible because of the people who make our community extraordinary. We have the most dedicated, committed, passionate people a city could want, and I am blessed by you every day. But it's more than a blessing. Actually, I think it's love. Now, I truly value you, but I'm talking more about our mutual affection for this incredible community. When you love a city, according to author Peter Kageyama, it blossoms. Love for our communities makes us committed to it, we engage in it, we care for it, we give it our best. A city that is loved also returns the affection to those who live here. It enriches us, it feeds our soul. This is how Kageyama describes it in his book, For the Love of Cities. If you read it, you'll see example after example of people loving their city and the rewards that love returns. I think Midland could be included in his book. Recently, I was at an event, and I was talking with another participant during the break. And we talked about the usual things: family, friends, work, what we're doing in our free time. And she mentioned that she recently moved here. So I said to her, what brought you here? Did you grow up here? And she said, no. We chose Midland. I thought, wow, can you tell me more about that? And she said that she and her husband had lived in larger cities: Miami, Chicago, Westchester County, and most recently, Richmond, Virginia. When it came time to retire, they made a list of what they wanted in a city, and they did their research. They knew they wanted to live in Michigan, but they didn't know where. This is what their list of requirements looked like: medium-sized city, access to the arts, affordable housing and living, access to retail, unique amenities, quality health care. This is what they found in their research of Midland. Lots of activities to be involved in: Center for the Arts, Dow Gardens, wonderful downtown, many great parks, the rail trail, the loons, beautiful neighborhoods. And most important, they found a generous community with a well-established culture of caring. And I said, how did you know that? And they said, we felt it in our visits. And you know what? They love it here. They quickly immerse themselves in the community. They've made friends. They're comfortable in their home and neighborhood. And I think that they picked well. They picked a city that's loved. Peter Kageyama says, when we love something, we cherish it. We protect it. We do extraordinary things for it. He says the mutual love affair between people and their places is one of the most powerful influences in our lives. It gives us a sense of belonging and comfort. It grounds us. This is your community, and you've made it what it is. My new friend, she reminded me just how exceptional a place we have in our great city of Midland. And today I am here to remind you of that and to share with you many of the great things that we accomplished together in this last year. And I'll begin with the city. At the city, we continue to focus on the three goals that work so well for us: economic sustainability, effective utilization of resources, and providing services that enhance quality of life. These are what I see as our three main challenges and what we're doing to address those. The first is flooding. We are working diligently to make improvements to our infrastructure that will build greater resiliency against future floods and sanitary sewer backups. This will take time. What we refer to as Concept 5 improvements are underway and will continue for the next couple of years. This is the biggest infrastructure project that the city has ever taken on. It's a $50 million project. It will include a 1 million gallon underground retention tank in the Sylvan area, piped improvements in the Moreland area, and sanitary sewer linings throughout many of our neighborhoods. At-risk sanitary sewer pumps have been evaluated, and enhancements that will protect these pumps are well underway and will protect them well beyond a 100-year flood level. The city is also moving forward with the footing drain disconnect program in the Moreland and Whitewood area to remove rainwater from our sanitary sewer system, and thereby allowing the system to work as it is intended and designed. We know that this program isn't popular with some, and some may choose not to participate. We will be scheduling more meetings with those impacted property owners as we continue to work out all of the details. Additionally, there is work taking place separately on overland flooding. The U.S. Corps of Army Engineers has been engaged and is evaluating the Tittabawassee River corridor downstream from the dams to Midland. Our hope is that this will help us identify alternative approaches to controlling or limiting flooding in our city. We have also requested assistance from the Corps on a Sturgeon Creek debris removal program, and we are expecting to hear from them soon on this, very soon on this. Our second challenge is the Poseyville Riverfront. Restoring the former 4D manufacturing site on the south side of the Tittabawassee River has been an ongoing project for several years now. In 2015, the city acquired the project and demolished the structures on the site. Last year, in partnership with the Michigan Baseball Foundation and many of our other local foundation partners, we finally began site restorations only to be halted when we found underground water lines that ended up requiring relocation. Hopefully, that's our last hurdle. We have funding, we have contracts with Fisher Contracting, and the work will start up this spring. Our goal is to complete both site restoration as well as the installation of a new pedestrian walkway over the river, connecting this new wetland park to our downtown in the area of the East End. We will complete this work in 2024, and so watch the progress as it progresses over the summer. And our third challenge is the fire department review. When residents are asked to rate the importance of the services and programs that are provided by the city, emergency services always ranks high. We enjoy some of the finest fire services available, but it comes at a significant cost to our taxpayers. And as we have grown over time, it has also become more difficult to provide the level of services our residents have become accustomed to. In response to this, we have asked city staff to complete a thorough review of the fire department to identify what we do well, what changes might be warranted, and what options we have for service delivery moving forward. We have engaged the help of the Center for Public Safety Management, which is a consulting firm that specializes in public safety reviews, and we expect to hear back from them later this month. So again, please stay tuned. We anticipate public discussion on this in coming months. At our annual planning session in January, Council's directive to staff as they prepare the 23-24 budget was to maintain services at the highest level financially feasible, to hold the millage rate at 15.14 mils for the 6th consecutive year. And we asked them to increase funding for unfunded liabilities, repairs to Plymouth Pool, security improvements and upgrades at City Hall, improvements at Barstow Airport, and landfill fees. We also asked them to increase our reserve fund balance to $7 million. So now let me tell you some of the things we accomplished last year and some of the things you'll be seeing in the future. As local government, we are very limited in ways we can recognize our employees for going the extra mile. Under the guidance of Rebecca, we have developed a program that you all can help us with, and it's called City Strive. This is an employee award program to recognize outstanding performance amongst employees. It's open for recognition by fellow employees, by supervisors, and by all of you. So please, we ask that you be involved. If you have an experience with an employee or you see a job well done, please nominate that employee. You can do so by going to our website. Last year, I talked about us hiring a grants coordinator. Well, we did, in September. Her name is SUZANNE Wiggins. In her first 6 months that she's been here, we have received $1,035,000 in grant funding. Yep, awesome. She's doing a wonderful job, and we're keeping her. the city of Midland wants to be a city of choice. That's a place, we want to be a place that is vibrant, attracts young talent, families, retirees, and businesses. It takes a lot to make that happen. The master plan helps guide that work and sets the stage for the next 25 years. We started this work in 2021. In 2022, Jacob Kane joined the department, continuing the great work that was started by Grant Marshall. I'm hoping that most of you in this room have participated in some of our very creative pop-up planning studios that have been taking place at coffee houses, pubs, schools, and senior centers. If not, there's still time. You can pick up your own pizza and planning kit and participate from home, from work, or from wherever you want. The kits are available at our library, and they'll be there through April 15th. The draft master plan will be released this coming fall. Midlanders love their parks, and we want to be sure that we have something for everyone. Last year, we opened the Miracle Field and had a very successful first season. There has been significant advocacy in our community from individuals and organizations that support people with disabilities. Their focus has been on broadening community awareness and on educating us on the importance of accessibility for all people within our community. Because of this work, we will be installing Midland's first universally accessible changing places bathroom in Grove Park. This has been a project of the Rotary Foundation in partnership with the City of Midland and the Master Plan for Grove Park. So look for this project to get underway later this summer. 2 weeks ago, our own Marcy Post received the Recreation Leadership Award from the Michigan Recreation and Parks Association. This is a once-in-a-career award. It's a big deal in the state recreation world, and we're very proud of her, and we're glad that she is ours. We did lose a major icon this year, Curry Stadium. It was an amazing place in its time. So we are going to just take a step back. We're going to let it sit for a while as we reimagine this wonderful place. The Curry Bridge, it's in the process of being repaired, and it should be all set and ready to go by the time of the Great Lakes Bay Invitational. Dial-A-Ride provides over 100,000 rides annually, and this year we received a $167,000 federal grant to help us purchase 2 zero-emission Dial-A-Ride buses, and we'll be seeing those buses by the end of this year. Well-being is important to us at the city, and this year our police department instituted a department-wide mental health program for all officers, providing them with immediate access to a licensed therapist. The department also received reaccreditation from the Michigan Law Enforcement Accreditation Commission. We received this initial accreditation in 2020. We were the 24th department in the state of Michigan to receive this recognition. You are reviewed every 3 years to ensure you continue to meet those high standards. This accreditation verifies that the department operations are fair, effective, and conceptually sound. And this year, our police department will be celebrating its 100th anniversary. At Riverside, which is one of our senior housing facilities, we have completed the renovations on the lower level. They have a brand new roof, and in February, they celebrated their 30th anniversary. The department formerly known as wastewater has been rebranded to water reclamation, which is a much more descriptive word for their role in environmental stewardship. And this is terminology that is being used in cities across the country. Water reclamation is also the department that is responsible for the Concept 5 work. Our Community Affairs Department continues to find creative and engaging ways to inform and delight you, and a great example of this was the snowplow naming contest. We had 6 snowplows. Over 300 names were submitted for these plows, and over 3,000 people voted. This was fun, and it created a great connection between our DPS department and the community. And last week, we graduated our 16th class of Citizens Academy. We now have over 400 super citizens engaged in our community, and if any of you are interested in attending, you can register in November. Now let's talk about what others are doing to ensure we are a community of choice, to ensure that we are a community of choice. A vision statement describes where you're going and what you're going to look like when you get there. In 2014, the community created a vision statement, and this year we added an update. Midland, an inclusive community, together forward bold, an exceptional place where everyone thrives. The 4 key performance areas that would help us achieve this vision remain the same: building our livelihood, developing our talent, caring for our people, and enriching our community. Our foundations are truly a blessing to us, and their founders cared, I would dare to say loved, this community so much that they set aside funds to ensure that we had resources well into the future. Last year, our foundations invested over $45 million in Midland County. I think we should. I say lucky us. Wow. The MBA, they're our economic development partner. Their Internet Connectivity Committee is leading the work on broadband in Midland County. So far, more than $1 million in funding has been awarded, benefiting 8 Midland County townships. They also host the Advisory Committee on Infrastructure, which addresses flood reduction and resiliency planning. So far, we have secured $16.4 million for that work. And they are leading the work on attraction of talent, which is the biggest issue facing our business community. What they have realized is that to attract talent, you also have to have attainable housing. This is one more thing that needs to be addressed, and thank you, MBA, for accepting this challenge. One of the reasons that people choose Midland is our schools. MPS continues to achieve high scores academically and is considered to be a state elite district. Last year, they launched an advanced learning program for students in grades 1 through 5, and it has been so successful that they are expanding that program to grade 6 this coming fall. The Community Health Improvement Plan was started in Midland in 2016 and is coordinated by the Health and Human Service Council. In January, they announced their updated plan, which will focus on well-being, substance-free resilience, and healthy living. And this plan addresses some of those critically important challenges that we have in our community. We continue to see more beautiful public art in Midland, and last year we had 2 new murals, that were created in our downtown area, one on Ace Hardware, the other at Twice as Nice, and utility boxes around the community have been transformed into pieces of art. This year, we'll see more murals, and throughout the year, there will be gatherings where people can come together around creating art and building community. The Great Lakes Bay Invitational made its debut in 2019 as the first official team competition in LPGA history. Dow announced last year that they would be extending the tournament through 2029. During their 3 years, they have had a $25 million impact on the region. This tournament generates a lot of excitement in our community, and it will be here the week of July 17th through the 22nd. In 2022, visitors spent more than $27.5 million on overnight stays in Midland, which is up 19.9% from 2021. This number does not reflect spending on food, entertainment, or other purchases during their stay, and I think it says that tourism is a growing business in Midland. Last year, we completed our 3rd year of the Communities of Excellence curriculum. We now have great tools, and we share best practices with communities across the United States with the goal of enhancing quality of life here in Midland. One of the most visible projects coming out of this work is Max Loves Midland. How many of you have heard about Max? Woo, good, okay. Max is a collection of organizations and individuals in Midland that have come together to share ideas and uplift all of the great things that are taking place here. Max's first venture is a community calendar, our only community calendar, and something that our community has wanted for a long time. This is a one-stop resource for getting connected with your community. There's information on your table about Max, and if you'd like to have more information, you can go to maxlovesmidland.com. Now, I just want to stop for a minute, and I want you to help me with something. On your table, there are sunglasses, okay? I would like you all to open those up and put them on. We're going to take a picture of you, and we're going to send it to Max Loves Midland, thanking them for this wonderful calendar. So, okay. Right. There you go. All right, get them on, come on. You look good. I can't see without my glasses. God, I got to see if you got them all on. You look beautiful. Are you all done? Are we all set?
I thought you wanted.
Oh, you want me in it? Okay,
Yeah.
well, here. Jay,
That's what we're doing.
sorry. Okay, that's good, that's good. All right, wow. Thank you for that. All right, now let's take a walk around the community. And I'll start with Ceres. Ceres is located in the Eastwick Industrial Park, and they make specialty lubricants. This company is a great example of economic gardening. They started here in 2010, and they continue to grow here. They recently announced a $6.5 million expansion of their manufacturing operations. Exalt. Exalt started here in 2015. Many battery plants were popping up around the country at that time, but not all of them made it. Exalt pioneered the production of heavy-duty battery systems, and their capital investment in 2021-22 was $150 million. In February, they became solely owned by Freudenberg, which is a German company, and they will be investing a further double-digit million sum in the expansion of its battery business. They expect to have almost 600 employees by the end of this year. Moving to Center City, this spring we will complete phase 1 of the Saginaw Road streetscape. You can enjoy 8-foot wide sidewalks, new lighting, new street trees, and this runs from Dartmouth to Patrick Road. In April, the city will be bringing forth community conversations regarding Ashman and Rod Streets, and we hope that you will all participate in those conversations. And then there's Greater Midland, which has been serving our community for over 100 years. It has grown to now have 7 different operating units that range from the community center to corporate wellness. Their tennis center is full of activity as it embraces the fastest growing sport in the nation, which is pickleball. Yes, pickleball. Yes, and first quarter next year, we will be enjoying their new innovative and sustainable community center. We're pleased to say that Hobby Lobby is moving into Midland Mall. This is a national company saying yes to Midland, and they plan to open here this fall. My Michigan Health is our largest employer, and they continue to grow. They have expanded their behavioral health services and therapist team in Midland, which is critically important since we have a mental health crisis here in the country, and we are not immune to that. In January, they opened their specialty care nursery, which increases opportunities for babies that require extra help to remain in Midland rather than being transferred to other hospitals. And the Rogers Family Park opened in June. It moved so quickly from being a concept to being a reality, and it is a wonderful addition to that part of town. They have received so many comments from the public that they even added additional elements to that park. And My Michigan Health has new leadership. Chuck Sherwin is the new president of the medical center. He came here from Alpena. Chuck, welcome to Midland. And Lydia Watson, she is one of the early female OBGYNs, and she was the first VP of Medical Affairs, and now she is the president of My Michigan Health. I love how Northwood describes Midland to their students. They say to them, We are Midland's university, and Midland is our city. And I say, yes, we are your city. Northwood University's economic impact on Midland was over $153.4 million, is over $153.4 million annually. And now they are home to America's first collegiate esports dynasty. Ooh. And oh, yes, stand up, you guys, stand up. Woo! We are so proud of you. And now we have a dynasty at Three Rivers and a dynasty at Northwood. Isn't that what I heard you say, John? Yes. Okay, our Center for the Arts. We also have new leadership at the Center for the Arts. In December, John Lose became president and CEO. He served as chief operating officer and interim president before being named to that position. John, congratulations. Yeah. The center is looking towards the future and intends to break ground this year on a $47 million project to create an interactive, multidisciplinary museum that will serve the entire region, attract new visitors to Midland, and become an even greater educational resource. The center is also joining the group of individuals and organizations working on enhancing well-being in Midland. The center was chosen to partner with the Master's in Applied Positive Psychology program at the University of Pennsylvania, and this is the 9th year in a row that an organization from Midland has been chosen to be a part of that program. Dow Gardens, they completed the renovation and expansion of their 1975 Alden Dow Design Conservatory. This is a state-of-the-art facility, and if you want to see it, now is a great time because the butterflies are there. They've been on hiatus for 2 years, and they will be there until April 16th. So I say go check it out. And this summer, Gary Lee Price's Bronze Sculpture Series, Celebrating Children, will be on display beginning May 15th. In 2022, Dow Gardens was voted in the top 10% of attractions in the world by TripAdvisor. Hey, for that. There is more housing being built in our downtown area. Pathfinder Terraces is on the corner of Rod and Buttles. It's under construction, and it will be opening this fall. And this summer, we will welcome back our pedestrian plazas. They will be opening the week of July 4th. And also back in our downtown area is the Beer Garden. It'll be there at its original location on Larkin Street, and it'll be open Thursday and Friday evenings, beginning June 1st, running through September 1st. We are working on a new riverfront design, which will have flexible year-round gathering space connecting downtown businesses to the riverfront. We're working through our final approvals, so please watch for more to come. And the Loons, they had a wonderful season. Their attendance was great, and they had a successful year on the field as well. They advanced to the Midwest playoffs, and while they didn't win the championships, they had a lot of great accomplishments. Their team featured the Midwest leaders in hits and RBIs. They had a pitching staff that led the league in strikeouts and set a new franchise record. And they had 11 of the Dodgers' top 20 prospects, including their number 1 prospects. The 2023 season kicks off on April 7th. They're going to be playing the Lugnuts. And MCV. MCV is the largest cogeneration power producer in North America, and it has been operating in Midland for 33 years. It recently sold to a partnership which is led by Capital Power Corporation from Edmonton, Alberta. Capital Power's experience in renewable energy will play an increasing critical role, and MCV's infrastructure will play a critical role in increasing and maintaining the grid reliability and supporting Michigan's energy transition. They are now a power company, owned by a power company, and I think that that is exciting for them and for us. I do love Midland, and I encourage you to think about using the word love when you talk about Midland. Our community accomplished a great deal this past year, and I think our future is bright. I look forward to working with all of you as we continue to build this wonderful community of ours. Midland, an inclusive community, together forward, bold, an exceptional place where everyone thrives. Thank you.